Shalom, shalom. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. Let's start off in Tafila. Reshit Chakmah, Yerat Elohim. Kol Abadeka, Yahalu Olka Eloheinu. Kol Ha'am Hakakam, Hem Yodim Ataha El, Hasekel, We'im Kimoka, Washemayim Oba'aret. Al King, Rak Eleka, Anaknu Mitpalim, Rak Eleka, Anaknu Omrim, Atahu We'im Shawelaka, Elohim, We Elohe Abotenu, Titain Lanu, Bebakusha, Ruach Ne'ima, Wagam King Titain Lanu, Et Ru Refua Tamima, the Kole Amkab Yisrael. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. This is Hebrew lesson number 48, part 2. In due respect and love to Hashabah Yisrael, which was a camp, or which is also a camp. This past Shabbat, I was actually in the state of North Carolina, for those who might have known, or for those who didn't know. And I went to the congregation near Hashabah Yisrael, and this being the year 2018, I fell in love with it then, just as much as I fell in love with it back in the year 1992 when Hashabah was in New York. So, in Hashabah, as I stated on my other channel, is where I got a lot of my knowledge in Hebrew. My Hebrew teacher in there, may the Most High continue to bless and strengthen his life, is Kohen Mikael. And it is an honor, brothers and sisters, to continue in these kind of classes, using the internet for such purposes. The goal, brothers and sisters, is to continue to try to push this knowledge toward our people. There are hundreds of our people, as you would say, black people, who know how to speak Hebrew. And there are thousands who do not know how to speak Hebrew. So this, brothers and sisters, is in part a way to sit there and get this knowledge out there to our brothers and sisters for those who are interested in learning this. Subscribe to the channel. All right? When I was in the camp this past Shabbat, I loved it. Like I said, Ani Ahati, Amahane. I love the camp. I haven't seen some of them people in a while. And many of them have not seen me in a while. You understand, going back and forth, who didn't see who for a while. I intend to go back to the camp down there for peaceful purposes, so I can gain edification. You understand? So with that, brothers and sisters, we are going to move along and continue in this particular aspect of the language that was studied by myself, as well as many others in the congregation called Hashabah Yisrael, dating back, at least in my life, in 1992, when I was a boy, at the age of 12 years old, now 38 years old, and passing the baton on and teaching. This is how, in part, you go from generation to generation and passing things on. All right? This is something that, giving thanks to the Most High, will never turn my back on. You understand? People such as myself, not to be selfish or haughty, there are people who died in this. There are people such as myself whose parents died in this. You understand? So for many of us who were either born in this way or came in this way later on, for many of us who have had parents in this way of life, we don't take this as a joke. This is not a game. This is not something we're doing for a popularity contest. This is not something that's being done to showboat or to sit there and just to be seen, brothers and sisters. This is something that once it comes down to the seriousness of this kind of aspect, people such as my parents, namely in this case my mother, may my father also rest in peace, but he wasn't in this understanding. You understand? But once it came down to my personal life, such as in regards to my mother dying in this understanding, may she rest in peace. One of my Hebrew teachers, More Mishael, may he rest in peace. You understand? We are losing our elders. They are going to be in peace. Therefore, we do not take this as a joke. We do not take this as a game. We do not take this, brothers and sisters, for people who want to sit there and not take the Ruach HaKashu Baze. You understand? The serious spirit once it comes down to this kind of aspect. It is not for competition. It is not for showboating. It is not to sit there and cast negative aspects on anyone. All right? This is something we want to sit there and show for edification purposes. When you're dealing with something such as this, when we say, may the Most High bless us and keep us, when I call out to the Most High in prayer before we actually start the classes, I am trying to invoke and call upon the Creator and the maker of heaven and earth, the one who gives and takes life. We do not sit there and play games once it comes down to this. You understand? So, brothers and sisters, let us go on and continue in this particular aspect. And as in the other lessons, you might have seen that the Hebrew is already up there, and we're going to move on from that particular point. Let's go. This is the letter bet, serving in this case as a prefix. All right? Ba, meaning in the or with the, or in certain cases through. All right? Now, this is a mem or kuf, or wow, and a mem sofit. The mem, you might want to say, serves as a prefix, but if you were to, we would then be left with the word or the letters kuf, wow, and mem sofit, which will spell kum or quom. All right? If you were to drop out the wow as an interjection between two root letters, you get the root word quam, which means to what? What does quam mean? To rise. Okay? Kum is when we sit there and say to, let's say, one male, all right, kum lazaquain, rise for the elder. Kumu, you might hear quite often inside of Israelite congregations once it comes down to when the elder, he or she passes by. So when we say maquom, we're saying literally the word means establishment, also means the word place. Place, also means establishment. All right? Maquom means just that. So let's put the vowel aspect in this particular regard. Maquom, ba maquom. All right? Means what? In the place, or with the place, or through the place. But in this case, in the place. We have here, the next word we see here, right? Yod, Shin, Bet, Wow. Okay, remember when we did part one of this lesson? The wow in many cases serving as a prefix, pardon me, as a suffix. All right? You would then be left with Yod, Shin, Bet. This is a pay Yod verb, meaning, in other words, the verb begins with the letter Yod. Now, when you conjugate that, as we went over in the past, in the future tense, the Yod drops out. When you conjugate that, now, the Yod stays in the pay Yod verbs when you're dealing with the aspect of this form, which is the past tense. All right? So now, Yod, Shin, Bet, Wow. You have it spelled as such. Yashbu. Yashbu means they sat or they dwelt. All right? But makom yashbu. In the place they sat. They sat in the place. All right? Then we see here, all right, I want to use the pen as a pointer. Bet mem kuf wow, mem sofi. Mem kuf, wow, mem sofi. Mem kuf, wow, mem sofi. Now, what's up, brothers and sisters, with all of the letter mem that you see there? We're going to explain that. All right, let's look. Bet mem kuf, wow, mem sofi. This bet here serves as a prefix. We want to emphasize that. All right, it takes that kirik in this particular regard, which is the E sound. This mem here serves, or that is to say, take, I want to state, the shawab, beam, kuf, wow, mem sofit. Kuf with this wow takes the kolam, which is the O sound, which is the dot gets over the wow. Okay? Beam quo. Let's stop right there. Let's look at the mem and the mem sofit. Let's understand what happened. Yes, it means place in part. This mem here that you see here as the mem sofit becomes this mem when you add a mem. Remember, you won't see this mem written in modern form Hebrew as the last mem. You'll always see the block form aspect of this mem. Now, Israelites have asked me, why don't I teach Hebrew in writing script? Because you don't see script when you read in many cases. That's the only reason. I'm not knocking those who do. It's beautiful, it's knowledge, it's edification. However, in the classes I'm conducting, I do not write in the aspect of script form Hebrew. So, want that to be noted. All right, now let's go on. Bamakom yashbu, being kuf wow mem. This mem here, mem and mem, spells the word mom, being pomam. All right, what does that mean? In the place they sat in the place, being pomam, in their place. This bet serves as the word in. Mem, this kwamat becomes a shawab when you have the aspect of the prefix of a bet in front of it, or any other prefix with that. I want to emphasize that a kwamat becomes a shawab when you sit there and have a prefix connected to it when you're reading or speaking Hebrew. Okay, let's go on. But makom yashbu, being kwama. Now, makom, if you didn't have this mem sofi and you didn't have this kwamat here, it'll be a mem sofi here and it's a beam quom. But beam kwama, brothers and sisters, this kwamat with the mem sofi serves as the aspect of a suffix and it means their whatever. Imam, their mother. All right? Yaldam, their child. All right? Yadam, their hand. So when we're saying Mekwomam means their place, Beam Kwomam means in their place. So this is something we want to point out for edification purposes. This is the kind of Hebrew you get into when you study under certain teachers like that which came out of Hashabah and you pay attention. See, if you study, then you will know. And I'm not trying to take shots because when the Israelites out of Hashabah tried to sit there and get me into the drumming, I play games. Every drumming session that the brother, sorry to blow up the man's name, but in due respect, I want to name who I'm talking about. When the brother, a friend of mine, elder to me, but not old, all right, now called Cohen Sheikh Miyah, when he tried to sit there and say, brother, come along, and we're going to be doing the drumming lessons. Every Yom Rishon, every Sunday, I had an excuse. I can't come. I don't want to come. I can't make it. I'm staying home. So now you don't know, speaking of myself, how to sit there and play the drums. Yet, when it came down to the Hebrew class, every Tuesday I could make it under Kohen Mikael, Hayiti Shama. I was there. You understand? So I'm emphasizing that whatever you take serious shows it later on in life. And what you play games with, what you're not serious with, that too shows later in life. You understand? So let's go on. But Makwon, Yashbu, Bim Kwamam. In the place they sat. They sat in the place, Bim Kwamam, in their place. All right? Let's look at the next sentence here. Haim, as we went over several cases, right? Haim means they or they are. All right? Haim, what's this here? Yashbu. Same here. Yashbu. All right? Him, Yashbu. They sat. While Aleph, Kaf, Lamed, Wow. Let's understand. This while serving as a prefix. All right? Him, Yashbu, Wah. Wah means and. All right? Aklu. Notice the pattern. Ah, O. Ah, O. Drop off this suffix. You get Aleph, Kaf, Lamed, Akal, which means as stated in part one of this, to eat or to dine. Wa'aklu, and they ate. Hem yashbu, they sat and they ate. All right? This while serving as a prefix. Wa. All right? Dalet bet resh wow. Dalet bet resh wow. This while serving as a suffix, as in other cases. All right? So you would have, if you drop off the prefix while in the suffix while, you have dalet bet resh, which spells what? Dabar, which means sting. Dabar, which means word. Diber, which means to speak. All right? Sometimes dabar can mean to speak, but that's rarely used. Okay. Hem yashbu wa aklu wa dib ru. Hem yashbu, they sat. Wa aklu, and they ate. Wa dibru, and they spoke. They sat, they ate, pardon me. They sat and they ate and they spoke. Remember, they sat bim kwamam in their place. Okay, let's go on, brothers and sisters, with the next part of this. All right. When I'm going over, I'll explain why at the end, why I told these particular sentences and so forth. Aleph Yod Nun Hey. If you drop off the Hey, you get Aleph Yod Nun Sofi, right? Which spells the word ain. Ain means there is no or there is not, or it also means nothing. All right. Now, when you have the Hey, you have it as aina, aina. So let's see. Aina means there is no or there is not. Aina. Bet, wow, yod, hey. Remember our friend from lesson number 45 spells the word what? Ba'aya. Aina ba'aya. There is not a problem. A is already understood. There is not a problem. Aina ba'aya. Now, why do I emphasize that part? Because no offense intended, many Israelites say ain ba'aya. But we have to remember, like may he rest in peace, More Mishael stated, Hebrew is the language of gender. So if this is the negative connotation, it must agree with it's connected to in the noun form. Aina ba'aya. There is not a problem. Aina ba'aya. There is not a problem. Ba makom. There is not a problem by makom in the place. All right? There is not a problem in the place. Ena ba'aya ba makom. There is not a problem ba in the makom place. Makom means place, makom means place or establishment. All right? Let's look at the next sentence. Same word that we see here. We see right here. All right, let's look. Ba'aya, meaning problem or a problem. Ba'aya. Now let's look here. Lo. Lo. Pardon that. Wanted to emphasize this spelling of the letter Aleph there. Sorry about that. Moving along. Ba'aya lo. A problem is not. A problem was not. A problem not. No problem. Lo ba'aya. Ba'aya lo. Now, why am I saying that in that particular regard? Ba'aya lo. Let's look at this word right here for edification purposes to understand why I'm using the word ba'aya with this one right here. Nun, mem, zadeh, aleph, hey. Now, when I was in Hashabah this past weekend, this is one of the root words that the brother Morey Tavel and I spoke when we were speaking in Hebrew back and forth. We use this particular verb form right here. Or should I say this particular verb? All right? Not a subject, but it wasn't a bad convo. It was a blessed convo. So let's look. Nun, mem, zadeh, aleph, and hey. This nun, yes, serves as a prefix. And that falls under the nif'al thing. We already went over the nif'al is the passive of the qual. The qual meaning basically the word qual itself means easy or simple. All right, or light, L-I-G-H-T, like it's a light thing. All right, not light like or meaning the light, like the light bulb, like over there, or the light that you see right here. You understand? Not that kind of light. That's the word or. But the word qual means light as in easy or simple. Okay? So let's look. Ba'aya, lo, mem, nun, mem, zadeh, aleph, and hey. This nun with the nifal aspect takes that. Ba'aya, lo, nim, za'ah. Ba'aya, lo, nim, za'ah. A problem was not found. A problem was not found. Now, let's emphasize something. The only time when you're dealing in a negative, that is to say no or not, all right? When you're dealing with the present form or the present tense, that's when you use ain or ain not. When you're dealing with the future or the past tense, that's when you use lo. That's why I didn't put ba'aya ain na nim za'ah, because nim za'ah is a past tense word. Now, if I was saying it in the present tense, I would say ba'aya ain na. Also means but I'm speaking in the form of the past tense. All right, so let's move along nonetheless. Okay. You have this prefix with the noon. Mem, zadeh, aleph. Maza. Maza means what? To find. F-I-N-D. Nimza means to be found en route, or he was found. Nimza'ah means it was found or she was found. Because you have the quamat with the hey, it's feminine. So you have the quamat with the hey, it's feminine. That's how Hebrew works. So these are things we just want to go over for edification purposes. All right? Ba'aya, lo nim za'ah. A problem was not found. All right? Let's look at this sentence here, the last one in that particular regard for this particular lesson before we move on. Hang, no need to go over that over again, but it means they or they are. Hang. Now this hey right here serves as a prefix. Ha, the. Ha'am. Haim ha'am. They are the people. R is A. A-R-E. R-I-S is A. Those three are understood in Hebrew. Haim, they are. Ha'am, they are the people, right? Asher, which or who, all right? Which or who. When I say who, I'm saying WHO. This is not the who question. That is the word me. Me who means who is he, or me he means who is she. All right. But if I'm saying asher, I'm saying which, WHICH, or that, THAT, or who, but that who is not the question. Who, all right? Hem ha'am asher, they are the people who, Dalet resh, sheen wow. This wow, as in this wow, as in this wow, as in this wow, as in this wow, all right, is a suffix. So if you were to drop off this suffix, Dalet, Resh, and Sheen, Darash, all right, means to seek or to search. To seek or to search. All right? Dar, this Resh takes a Shawah. You join it as we went over lesson number 6. Dar Shu. Ashel Dar Shu. Haim Ha'am, they are the people. Ashel Dar Shu, who sought, who searched. Past tense. Plural. The shalom. For peace. Shalom means peace or completeness. Le, 2 or 4. For peace or to peace. All right? Hen ha'am ashel darshu le shalom. They are the people who sought after, or who sought for, or who sought to peace. Who sought peace. They are the people who searched for peace. That's what that sentence here right means. All right? Wow, mem, zade, aleph, wow, hey, wow. Wow, mem, zade, aleph, wow, hey, wow. Mem, zade, aleph. Noon, mem, zade, aleph. Mem, zade, aleph. Hey, if you skip the wow, what are we saying? Mazah, to find. Mem, zade, aleph. Mazah, to find. F-I-N-D. This wow, as in many other cases, serves as a prefix. All right? Wah, and. Let's look. Yashbu, Aklu, Dibru. Mem, Zade, Aleph is the root. It's a lamed Aleph verb because the root word ends with an Aleph. All right? Mem, Zade, Aleph. Mat'u, Mat'u. Ooh, wow. Correction. This is not wa. This is u. All right? U. This N is u. When you have it with a mem or a bet as the next letter, and you're saying the prefix of and is u. All right? That's why we would say Baruch Hashem Shel Elohim, who notain lekem u mayim gam. He gives bread. Who notain lekem u mayim, and water gam also. Okay? So I want to emphasize that. I stand corrected. This is u, not wa. All right? Mem, Zadeh, Aleph, Matzah. But with this wow, it's Mat'u, as in this wow. Dibru, Aklu, Yashbu, Mat'u. All right? Mat'u. So if you were to drop off this suffix, pardon me, this prefix, Mat'u, remembering that Matzah, all right, means to find, F-I-N-D. So Mat'u means they found. They spoke, they ate, they sat, they found. Okay? They sought. Darshu. Mat'u. Get the pattern so far? Mat'u. They found. Mat'uhu. This is referred to by some as an infliction. That is to say, when you take it a verb and you're connecting it with a pronoun in the same word. You see that a lot in the book of Ezekiel in the Tanakh. You see that a lot. Not so much in the Torah, even though it is there, because it's in Exodus chapter 20, but you usually see like Ra'iti Ka, I saw you. That Ka represents the aspect of an infliction when you connecting it, a pronoun or a noun to a verb itself in the same word. You see that quite often in the Tanakh in the book of Ezekiel for those who care to know. So what does this word mean? Umat uhu. And they found, this who represents the word it. And they found it. This whole word here means, and they found it. Hen ha'am, asher darashu shalom. They are the people who sought for peace, and they found it. This lesson is dedicated to the congregation that I went to this past weekend, down south, in a peaceful state. Not saying North Carolina is all peaceful, but it's more peaceful than New York. And I'm not trying to hate on New York. I am just in the mode of saying when I went down there, I had a different kind of ruach come upon me. And so this is the kind of stuff that I want to talk about for enlightenment purposes, because I was the one edified. Okay, let's go on and complete this part here. All right? But makom yashbu bim komam. All right? I want to write this. All right? In the place. In the place or establishment, as we went over, they sat in their place. See, because when I went there this past weekend at Hashabah, you had the people who were the Morim or the teachers. They had them in a certain spot. The Nashim or the women, they sat in their spot. The Anashim or the men sat in their spot. And it seemed as if the Na'arim, which are the boys, or the Bekurim, or the male youth, they had their own spot. That's how it appeared to me. Then they had the Batafim, which are the drummers. They had their spot. All right. So this is just something to point out in that particular regard. So that's why I'm saying in the place. But Makom, Yashbu, they sat Bim Komam in their place. All right, let's go on. Hey, they sat, or that Hem Yashbu, you don't say Hem Yashab, it's Hem Yashbu, all right, because the aspect of agreement between a pronoun and the verb. They sat and ate, and they ate and spoke. And spoke. They sat and ate and spoke. All right, so let's go on. Aina, there is not. Ma'aya, a problem. There is not a problem by makom, in the place. There is not a problem in the place. All right? Ba'aya, a problem. Lo, no or not. Nim za'ah. That FS stands for feminine singular. All right? Ba'aya lo nim za'ah. A problem was not found. Not found. See, that's why when we say Shabbat Shalom, you're not supposed to have a ba'aya during that time. The Most High said he can't endure iniquity with the solemn assembly. You understand? So if you got problems on Shabbat, that's not good. But I can say this, when I was there down south, I can say this while I'm talking the way I'm talking. Ba'aya lo nim za'ah. A problem was not found. Hain, which means they, or they are, ha'am, the people, asher, which, or who, darshu, who sought, or who seeked. All right? For peace. For shalom, we know means peace. And they found it. And they found it. Makom yashbu bim kwama. Hem yashbu ba'aklu with dibru. Aina ba'aya ba'makom. Ba'aya lo ning za'a. Hem ha'am ashel darashu. L'shalom. Umat uhu. Brothers and sisters, translated as, in the place they sat in their place. They sat and ate and spoke. There is not a problem in the place. A problem is not found. They are the people who sought or went to seek for peace, and they found it. Brothers and sisters, I don't mean to sound political, and I'm not taking shots or disrespecting New York, but like one of my teachers said, get your passports, leave New York. Because going south this past weekend did an impact upon me. That's what I'm dedicating this lesson to. Giving honor and praise unto the Most High, the Creator and the Maker of heaven and earth. Shalom. I want to state, my contact information. All right, is as follows. 908 587 4841. kashubhut@gmail.com. Kashub is the Hebrew word, hut, the thing I added to it. Kashubhut@gmail.com or 908 587 4841. You can text or call. I actually prefer texting, but if you call, I'll try to squeeze in the time to be able to do so. All right, want to advertise this, brothers and sisters, is the book I wrote. All right, called Did the Torah Come from the Culture of Tameri? Egypt Talking Writing. You get this book on Amazon. Not to be haughty or anything of that sort. I remember explaining that the Torah does not come out of the records or the writings of the Egyptians, like some people try to say. So, going over that on Facebook, the person was showing me books by Dr. Clark, by Dr. Ben, and so forth and so on. You understand? So I posted in the conversation my book. The person obviously, while in the discussion, did not look at my Facebook name and look at the title and the author of the book. Because I told the brother that I am the one who wrote that book. After he said, well, the book you posted is probably suspect anyway. So when I said, brother, look at the name of me on Facebook and look at the title and the author. I am the author. Conversation Zehu. That's it. The conversation Hasika Sofa. The conversation is ended. Hasika Kwetza. The conversation is ended. Hasika Gambra. The conversation is completed. You know why? Because when you put work in, it shuts up the naysayers. That's why. So all the people, while he's advertising somebody else's book, you understand? As soon as giving thanks to the Most High, I advertised my book, the conversation was done. He couldn't sit there, having never read my book that I wrote. He tried to take a shot at it, try to disrespect it without knowing the content of it and not looking to see who the author of it was. Not saying I know everything. I'm open to constructive criticism. But I will say in the debate world, when you start to put works in, it shuts up the naysayers. Because those people who just talk and don't put no works in and have nothing to show for himself or herself, it changes things. You know, like the idea of going south. You have to have a plan and a goal and a mission. We gotta do so. Okay, so the next book here, Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68, the condition of the blacks. We advertised this before. It goes over a lot of history. All right. I want to read the table of contents of it. Introduction, from Sumer to America, brief history of Israel, Deuteronomy 28, 15 to 68, 12 tribe chart, Egypt talking writing revisited, bibliography and acknowledgments. So that's what this book here gets into, also available online. This here being the most controversial here. Old Testament Israelites respond to Messianic Israelites. You can see they got the picture of who they refer to as Jesus, the black one that the Pope has. Then you got the white one that the Catholic Church gives out to the people. But as the house of Israel, we don't bow down to the images that people made. So this is what this book sits there and talks about for edification purposes. Also available online. Now I want to say something concerning this book right here. This book right here available online for $30. But to contact me, you get the book if you want it expressed to you directly from me for $20. So there's the online price and then there's the personal price for that book. Online price for that book is $30. For that book I just showed about Old Testament Israelites respond to Messianic Israelites. Now, Hashabah is an Old Testament-based camp, like many others that I came through. And I want to read, brothers and sisters, the table of contents about this. Old Testament Hebrews respond. The matter of sacrifices, what about the lamb? Jeremiah 31, the matter of the covenant. Isaiah chapter 7, Emmanuel and the Assyrians. Deuteronomy 18, a prophet who succeeded Moses. The reasoning. Old Testament Hebrews respond again. Chapter 7. Said prophecies of Jesus explained. Chapter number 8. Jesus and Paul versus Moses and Solomon. Chapter 9. Conclusion. Old Testament Hebrews respond. The book is sealed. Then there's an appendix. In that appendix, I explain the aspect of Messiah and Mashiach and Moshiach. Moshiach means savior. Mashiach means anointed. And Messiah is the English transliteration of the Hebrew word Mashiach. So with that, giving honor and praise unto the Most High. Shalom.